A lot of people aren't gonna like this, but here's how I would rank every single Phase 5 MCU project from worst to best now that it's over. And in case you didn't know, Phase 5 of the MCU was every movie after Black Panther Wakanda Forever up until the finale of Ironheart. And either way, there was a lot of good and a lot of bad in this phase. So we gotta get to the bottom of which one's on top. But is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's my list. I can't miss. Ah, jump scare. Easily, and in the words of Okoye, without question. In last place for me personally, I gotta go with Quantumania. Because it's quite literally the biggest piece of dog shit. And they had me fooled too. Like, this poster is tough. But the movie, visually the ugliest looking movie in the entire MCU. You could definitely tell they filmed most of this in the volume with blue screens and green screens. And on top of that, the writing is horrible. The dialogue is ass. I will say Jonathan Majors as Kang was innocent though. But why did we drop his ass in an Ant-Man movie? I get Kang's whole thing is like he gets beaten in the comics and he just keeps coming back. Like, how many times do we have to keep teaching you this lesson, old man? But it just didn't wake for me. Hey, but I'm not gonna hold you. I actually kind of liked MODOK in this movie. I thought he was funny as shit. Look at me. I'm such a dick. At least I get to die an Avenger. But Marvel, I promise you, I didn't have to see his cheeks. Matter of fact, here's how you can sum up Quantumania. Not much better, I got Secret Invasion. I wish this would have stayed a secret. Who do you trust? None of the filmmakers that worked on this. Like, how do you fumble the concept of Secret Invasion, bro? It should have been an Avengers movie. It really should have been Captain Marvel 2. The crazy thing is, this show actually had a lot going for it. Look at the talent across the board. We're going back to Winter Soldier vibes. Yeah, my ass. They killed off Maria Hill and Talos for no fucking reason. Them revealing Rhodey to be a Skrull is like Jameis Winston throwing an interception. That shit was telegraphed. The one Avenger you add to Secret Invasion, which is a storyline all about the Avengers secretly being Skrulls. Who the fuck else would it have been? I think this image speaks for itself. I mean, shit, I liked What If more than it. And no, I'm not gonna make the obvious What If joke. I really don't get the amount of hate that Marvel gets for trying to include Captain Carter in every project because in my opinion, they deserve more hate. Infinity Ultron cold though. I am Groot. I am Groot. Next up, I gotta go with Echo, a show that I really wanted to love, but it just fell flat for me. Don't get me wrong though, it had its moments. The fact that this was the first ever TVMA project for Disney Plus, I don't know if that was a good or bad thing because it really just felt like that SpongeBob meme with the little roller coaster. This is TVMA for real. Some of the action sequences are great. I really love Alaqua Cox as Maya, but again, they just keep doing my dog Kingpin dirty. You embarrassed me in front of all the MCU fans. I did really like how we got to see Daredevil from the perspective of criminals though. That shit's fire. Do that more often. But if I speak about that ending, I'm gonna be in big trouble. From there, I gotta go with The Marvels, which is a movie that I really like and I think it's overhated, but I don't really have a problem if you don't like it because it is a mixed bag. On one hand, I really love all three of our leading ladies. I think they absolutely nail it. They're easily the best aspect of this film. I think this movie definitely has some of the most creative action sequences and camera movement, but again, the visuals and villain are kind of lackluster. A lot of these plot lines don't really make sense. I do love how Nick Fury is just like ignored Secret Invasion because that's what I'm saying. I'm like Ray Charles. That shit never happened, baby. This had the potential to be the MCU's Charlie's Angels, but overall, it ended up being all right. Next up, I got Captain America Brave New World, which is a movie that I got a lot of hate for because I criticized the hell out of it. And mind you, I went to the world premiere of this movie, so you already know I'm on probation from Disney. But I had to be real with my feelings toward this film because I really just
wanted you to be better.
This was marketed to us as Captain America Brave New World, but it really should have been titled Red Hulk Brave New World because if you think about it, Thunderbolt Ross is the main character. He's the only one that gets a true character arc. Don't even get me started on the leader, bro. Or Giancarlo Esposito, again, another person who deserves better. His scenes were so clearly and obviously reshoots, and the visuals of this thing don't do it justice, man. But like I said before, that doesn't mean there's not incredible moments here. I do think the Red Hulk fight at the end is fire. The whole aerial sequence at Tiamat Island is dope. And of course, the Bucky scene is obviously a standout too. But something about this movie just felt hollow. Like there wasn't a real heart. They just tried to shoehorn it in at the end. So again, I was just meh on it. Which brings us to a show that I was not expecting to like as much as I did. Agatha All Along actually has some banger episodes. These filmmakers were cooking, and obviously because it came from the twisted minds of the WandaVision crew. Definitely has some hocus pocus vibes to it, but what I was not expecting was the emotional core that it had. The filmmakers put a lot of effort into this. There was a lot of horror elements that I thought were incredible. They definitely took a lot of inspiration from Brian De Palma and a little bit of Sam Raimi, which I appreciated. And I mean, all I really gotta say is down the road, down the witch's road. And from there, I gotta go with Ironheart. And you know, Ironheart is actually really good. We ain't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's bad every 5 seconds. A show that I had extremely low expectations for because of the way Marvel marketed it and just dumped it on Disney Plus 3 episodes one week, 3 episodes the next week. So it easily exceeded my expectations. I love the practicality of the suits. It's a nice change of pace from the nanotech. It had a really dope soundtrack. And I think Ironheart might have some of the best, if not the best lighting of the entire MCU Disney Plus shows. Probably this one or Loki. But I like that they had the balls to make her a villain. That ending with Mephisto was elite. I also really like Anthony Ramos as the Hood. I hope he comes back because you already know this is planting the seeds for not just Doctor Doom, but Ghost Rider. He has risen, baby girl. Because next up, I got Deadpool and Wolverine, which I didn't love as much as I wanted to, but I'd be lying if I didn't have a fun time. I mean, are the visuals ugly at times? Hell yeah. Is the plot generic? I mean, it's really just Quantumania reskinned if you think about it. Yeah, but it's Wolverine and Deadpool. That's all I need. I'm good. I'm like, I do love that this movie had a heart at its core, though. I wasn't expecting it to be as emotional as it was. I mean, come on, seeing Hugh Jackman put on the mask for the first time, fire. They should have just stopped the scene right here because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't like that Dollar Tree version of the old boy hallway fight scene. I'm just not a big fan of it. It's ugly to look at. But I'm glad y'all like it. And come on, man, seeing Wesley Snipes' blade come back, Channing Tatum, you know how long I've been waiting for this. Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Seeing X-23 come back, shit. Even Jennifer Garner as Elektra coming back was fucking crazy. And one does not speak ill about the bye 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 opening sequence. That shit is fire. Good thing I was wearing my white pants. From there, I got Daredevil Born Again because I beat you. Say what you want, but for this being a Frankenstein's monster of a production and being stitched together from a big ass mess, call me Frankenstein because this is my monster and I love it. If anything, just for the scene between Frank and Matt, that killed that shame. That's my home red. He got life. What about old Foggy? You get life? This should mean something to me. Absolute cinema red. But that's not to say it was all sunshine and rainbows. Thank God the new creative team came aboard because they massacred my boy Muse. And at the end of the day, bro, it's Charlie Cox as Daredevil, it's Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, John Bernthal as Punisher, Wilson Bethel as Bullseye. I liked it. Hell, I loved it. And now I can't wait to see the new creative team cook on season 2 because inhale that aura. But into our top 3 with number 3, I gotta go with Loki season 2 because it finished one of, if not the greatest character arc in the entire MCU. Loki finally got the validation, the throne that he's been looking for his entire life. Was this show confusing as fuck at times? Yeah, but I don't care because we got the god of stories Loki holding the timelines together like he's fucking Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 holding a train. Come on, what are we talking about? One of the hardest scores in the entire MCU, probably visually the best looking and best lit MCU movie, a great supporting cast, Owen Wilson, wow. Let that man ride a jet ski, Sylvie, and all I gotta say is for all time. Always. But in second place, I gotta go with Thunderbolts because it was real. It was real to me. This movie just spoke to me on a different level. Like, it hit me to my core. I cried 3 different times. I don't think I've ever related to any character more than I did Bob. But this is a film that you would expect in Marvel's Phase 3, one of its best. Jake Schreier knocked this one out of the park. The lighting, the blocking, the shot composition. Sun Lux's score means something to me. And I don't know, I just love when a ragtag group of individuals who are being counted against come together to form a team, and it's just so lovely. I love it every time. That "Daddy, I'm so alone" scene. Fuck. Plus, some of the better choreographed fight scenes. The Void was a fucking problem. And I just love our new Avengers. Except Taskmaster, she got done dirty. But we are the Thunderbolts, yeah! But hands down in first place for me personally, stop playing with him, man. It's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. James Gunn is going to be severely missed in the MCU because he just knows how to pull at your heartstrings with a tree and a talking raccoon. The crazy thing about the Guardians is that it's like watching your family up on a big screen. Very similar to the Thunderbolts, they're a found family. And even outside of the intergalactic action, it's those small character moments that really pull me in and make me love this movie. Getting to learn about Rocket's very tragic backstory. I love that they had the balls to not make Peter and Gamora get back together. Drax and Mantis are hilarious as always. Nebula is one of the best characters in the MCU. The High Evolutionary is Space Sid from Toy Story, just a demon. There is no God, that's why I stepped in. Adam Warlock, don't be rash. The No Sleep Till Brooklyn hallway fight scene and the entire soundtrack, woo! That's why it's number 1. Acknowledge it. But that is just how I would rank them. Let me know how you would rank them down in the comments below. And as always, like and follow for more.